So many countries try to avoid that phase because I don't know if it costs them money or if it costs them dignity. I don't know what it costs. Maybe they just feel like, oh, I have to go to court and declare this and this. Please, let's just choose someone who is not gonna give us administrative stress. So some just do that. But there are many that recognize skill. They recognize that this person, we need this person aboard, and they go extra mile to give you all the documents you need to apply for a work to séjour. This is just 1 or 2 out of 100. So because you heard that someone's sister's uncle, auntie somewhere did it and it worked for them so yeah, you now put all your eggs in one basket, sell all your properties just to come and praying that you're going to get this company that would within 1 month go out their way to get you a tourist a work visa. It doesn't work that way. So let's say you're in a situation where you want to actually apply for menial jobs because you can't even speak French. You're in a French-speaking country. I know there are companies that might choose to accept someone who speaks English, maybe with a little knowledge of French here and there. So you're here asking questions, asking yourself that would you be able to get a menial job, like maybe security, cleaning. There are some people that message me that, I want to come with my wife or my partner, she sews or she sews clothes. I mean, in some countries, these are the lucrative things that you can do if you don't get white-collar jobs. White-collar jobs are office jobs. Like you can go into sewing, making of hair. But those things in France, they actually study for it. Like they have the lycée professionnel. Lycée professionnel is like the professional high school, where from high school you decide you are not actually going to go to the normal university. So from high school, if it's mechanic you want to do, like mechanic engineering and all, you start from high school. You start cooking. I recently met a Nigerian that moved here in 2017, and she couldn't speak English. So she was a teenager, so they took her to the lycée professionnel. So she was doing cooking, so with the hopes that when you graduate from secondary school, you go into not a university but like a college of education that is into cooking. And from there, when certain big restaurants or even small one perhaps need people and things like that, they just recruit from those type of schools. Or if you're a graduate of that school, you stand better chances. So that's how those type of things are done here. Even like for hair, for like Paris, like France is like center of fashion and all. So you can't just say, oh, I sew from Nigeria, I sew from Ghana, I sew from Botswana, so I'm gonna come to France and just go get into one shop and tell them I sew clothes. Don't forget that the clothes that they wear here is even different. Like since I've been in France, I recently just found like a shop that they wrote like tailoring in French. Like it's not even tailoring, they just called it like a repair shop for your clothes. Maybe if you have coats or something that are torn, instead of throwing it out, you can take it there. They help you adjust it or rebrand it or something. I just found that stuff for the first time. I'm like, wow, I've actually never found one. So, I have people saying things like that will she be able to survive if she comes with these skills? I'm not gonna lie to you. On your 1 month, 2 months visa, you're not going to find a tailoring shop that would employ her. So, and if you don't know someone already who is into the security system, like that have told their boss or something about you that, oh, I have a friend that I'm recommending for this job, he's gonna be in France in a few days, someone that already pitched you in, so you're just getting there, starting the job and stuff like that, it might be very difficult for you. It might be very difficult for you to survive, because the moment your visa expires, that's where the whole reality of life comes in. Because you want to apply for job, you want to do this and that, but every one of them, first thing they ask is your right to be in the country. Can I see your residence permit or your visa, perhaps your validated visa? and you come up with several excuses. My visa expired 10 days ago, and just I'm a very hardworking person. That's the end of it for some companies. There's nothing like that. So what am I saying here? I'm just trying to, that's why I started with myself, to let you know that in this place there are ups and downs, lots of it. There are many ups and downs. Even for people that are legally in the country, you're either studying or something, and you are in the process of like changing your visa or renewing it for I have friends that are trying to even renew their current residence permit, and it's also like an hassle. And so I just don't want to imagine myself like selling everything I have, or maybe half of it, only for me to come here and just get stranded. I went to Paris some time ago, and I saw so many people, like so many homeless people. Even in this field, everywhere there are homeless people, not only black people, even like people from like some other like Middle East, like nations like that. People are just like on the streets with little children, like begging for alms. Please, I don't have anything to eat. Please. I know that there are some people among those that are under the bridge that they just need, sorry, I used under the bridge because that's the expression for when you're homeless, but there are literally no under the bridges here. Maybe I've not seen, so maybe just sleeping around. So there are many of all those, there are many among those people that to even go back home for them is the shame, because they just feel like they failed everyone. The plan was to come here and then you make big money and be sending home every month, and you're just here, you're almost running mad, and you can see that things didn't work out the way that you thought it would. So what's the point of going back home? Nobody is going to accept you with open arms. You're just gonna be that person that traveled out and came back with nothing, or some get eventually deported. You're just that person. So some already they have that feeling within them, so they choose to just be running around, living in places. I remember one time I was coming from, I think from Brussels or something. I was just going to, I think I was coming from Strasbourg. I took bus. So when you take night buses, you stop in several countries. I think I stopped in like Amsterdam, I stopped in Frankfurt, like Germany. I don't remember the city. I stopped in so many places. So then there was this time I saw this man, like when the bus stops and tells everyone to come out or something, or the new bus wants to load people in, like there was this homeless man that I saw that was just trying to run into the bus from the back and hide in the toilet or something. I was the only one watching him. Like the drivers were not actually vigilant enough. So I just saw this man watching, doing everything just to enter inside the bus and just run, or like just hide somewhere. So, the bus moves him to another location, another country entirely. See what I just said now, from France to Amsterdam. So if the bus stops somewhere and they eventually find him, that what are you doing here? Get out, something like that. He will be in another location again. Maybe you find something to just eat on the road, beg again. From there again, maybe look for another bus to enter and run to another place. I just want you guys to ask yourself, it is doable. There are people that's how they lived their life for the past 10 years, and now they are finally finding their way. Like finally they found a job, probably not a white collar job, but they finally found a job, at least something that they are proud of, that can give them one or two things. They are finally maybe thinking of having a family, or even already started one. Do you get? So it eventually works for some people. So ask yourself the question, do you actually have that spirit? It's a kind of hustling spirit. Do you think you are going to be able to withstand the depression and so many things that comes with being illegal? Like, being illegal in another country is just, in this 21st century, is just, I can't even imagine it. If I have to go back home, I'm going. I'm not going to kill myself to be in another country. So I mean, I now, like as I am, I can easily up on the plane, pay my tickets, go home, come back. I can go anywhere, come back. Like the joy of just being able to do that alone, personally, I find it comforting. Like it's not a do or die affair. Like, oh, I cannot leave France. I don't have that mentality. I don't have it. So I know that I'm not using this to judge anybody or to say that, oh, because you have that type of mentality, you're a bad person. No, you're not a bad person. It's just a choice that you've made for yourself, and that's just who you are. That's your character. That's your personality. Nothing's gonna change that. I mean, some people think I'm a fool for not having that mindset. I mean, there are people that have suggested, oh, what about white men, and ridiculous suggestions from people. Now is the time for you to open your eyes. You must not come back. Not my family, of course. You just need to re-strategize. I advised one of people that sent me messages. Said if you are actually like, there's something that they used to say about immigrants, like, and they are causing nuisance. But what if the immigrants like us, we're not actually, because we're actually working like every other person. We just want to work. We just want to work. We don't want to be here and be idle and just money falling from the tree. Nobody wants that type of life. So if you are really, if what is driving you is change, you just want something different, you just want to work, there are countries also, not necessarily France, that have other opportunities for people that are not as skilled academically to come in for other menial jobs. The other day I was scrolling somewhere, I don't remember, and I was seeing like Canada like calling for like truck drivers, calling for, the healthcare workers jobs here and there. But at least you don't have to get there and then you're begging for where to sleep, you're begging for what to eat. I mean, no matter how little, something is coming in for you every day. So why don't you re-strategize? The whole thirst of traveling abroad is now in the air everywhere, especially in some of our countries. And I just feel like, don't travel anywhere without having a solid plan. Try your possible best to know what you're like. Go back to your drawing table. Before you sell all your properties to give to agents, the visa might not even work. To give to agents, re-strategize. Think of what else you can do. Why don't you, if you can do something back home that would make you, it won't take you to where you have in your mind, but it will take you away from your current position. Why don't you start today? Start doing something. I'm not preaching to you. I'm not against you traveling to another country to look for better life. We're all looking for something better. I mean, I have my whole family back home. Anyways, I'm the only one here. But I just felt like I should just come and say this video that this whole thing that many people are seeing as an Eldorado and everything, all that glitters is not good. Here and there, we still receive racist comments here and there. And even at work, your legal work, you still see someone that will still say something. You just ignore and move on, because you know that what brought you here is not really what they cannot relate. So do you think you're that kind of person that want to actually, like, because anything can happen. Okay, you're illegal, you coming to France and staying illegally without papers and everything. Two things can either happen. Either you actually go through hardship, hard times for many years, and you eventually break through from it. Even when you break through, maybe in the next 7-10 years, you still lose some things in life. Let's say you already have kids back home. They don't know you anymore. Maybe you might even be in contact with them. You don't really have someone that is close to you here and everything. You don't really have anybody. So you might still lose on other aspect of life. But okay, I mean, eventually you have money, maybe in some years to come, after going through tough things. Either that, or in your hardship, you just die. I'm not being wicked, but there are things that you should be prepared for, that either you get deported, or you just don't have anything to eat till you die, or something just happens. So it could either turn out well or it could either turn out bad. So just be prepared, and don't just have it in your mind that, oh, I'm going to France, after the 1 month I'm going to get a job. Like, that is the big ambiguity that I'm trying to debunk. You can't just say I'm going to get job. Like, that I'm saying, I've made several videos of how international students are struggling to get jobs. So talk more of you that are just here on a tourist visa or a conference visa that expires after 2 weeks or 1 month. So restrategize. If you need to stay back home, stay. If you need to look into other countries that are looking for people that are actually skilled, those skills that you said you have, but you want to go use in countries that don't need it or are not asking for it, if you need to go back to Google research and channel your energy towards those other countries. Or maybe, yeah, I've also heard of people that are asking me what's the asylum procedure and everything for Luxembourg, for France. I said, I don't really know, to be honest. I don't have anybody. I've never met anybody that told me that they declared asylum or something. You can make your inquiries if you think that that's a path you want to tread on, and re-strategize. Basically, if you are not married yet, okay, if you are married yet, think about your kids that are gonna be without a mother or a father. Think about your partner, your wife or husband. If you are single, ask yourself, do I want to dedicate the next 7-10 years of my life into trying to just also in cold, in sunshine, in rain, in everything, every weather possible? Do I think I'm caught up for this type of life? Ask yourself these questions, because these are questions you don't ask yourself. You just feel like, oh, because I have small change, I'm going abroad because every other person is going abroad. If you need to stay back and use that small change to do something meaningful, do it. At the end of the day, it is what's on your mind you're gonna do, not what media says. So I wish you the very best, and just do what you can to just create a life for yourself and your generation to come. With this, we have come to the end of the video. I hope this video was helpful in one way or the other. If it was, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new here. If you are stumbling on this video by chance, subscribe. Share this video with someone. If you know there's someone or there are people that you know that they are on this ship, they're on this boat, they're at this point of their life where they are navigating, they are thinking, what should I do? What should I do? Should I sell them? Should I not sell it? Should I run away? Should I not run away? Should I jackpot? And so many other things like that. You can send this video to them. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.